At the end of yesterday's episode, we had just finished putting this little piece on right here. And I had said I'm going to leave the camera in the other room until I get this piece on. And I did. And it went fairly good. There's a couple of little places where maybe it could have been better. Like right here, this post is not actually fastened onto this piece right here. It's a little bit, it's loose, but that's okay. Right here, it looks good if you look at it from the left. But if you look at it the way the stick is pointed, you can see it's not perfect. But anyway, for normal viewing, it's actually quite good. So let's move on here, and that will mean we're going to want to put the railing on the bridge. I think it's got to have railing on both sides. Let's see if we can find some pictures. Now, I had called this thing the bridge. I meant the swing-out bridge. And I don't think we're going to find any actual pictures that are going to depict it any better than these drawings. So, as I suspected, the railing has to go around on both sides. Now, it is my hope here that I can go 1, 2, 3 sections out and around the end of this, and then back 3 sections, and it'll work out just about right. And I'm thinking that probably instead of trying to glue it on the inside of the walkway, it might be better if I was to glue it on the outside of the walkway. I don't want to be wasting any of this. It's going to take up an entire length for both of them. So okay, I'll get these 4 little end pieces nipped off here because we won't be needing those. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 sections out and make the bend right in the middle of this one, and then hope it's going to be just right. Now, what is the width of that? What would be something to bend it on? Well, maybe I could just bend it right on this thing. If I'm careful, that is. See if I can figure out how to do that here. Okay, where's my piece of rubber? Okay, 1, 2, 3. So we want it right in the middle of that one there. Now I suppose we should be using Andy's photo etch bender for this, but this way I can sort of eyeball it and get this right in the middle. I want to have it square at 90 degrees to the fence. Maybe it's got to go a little bit this way. That looks pretty good. Now if I press down here and hold that down and see if I can get something underneath here. So, oops. Make sort of a sharp bend. Get it underneath that post. Bend it up. Okay. Now switch hands. Get it underneath the post and around. Well, that didn't go quite as smoothly as I planned, but I think we got it here. Okay, now we cut it off. We don't need that extra rail. Now let's see if we can fit this inside. Now remember, we want to have the posts the right way up. We had determined that the post should have the little bumps on the top of the rail, not on the bottom. I think this is going to fit in there. Something like this. Maybe I'll put my other glasses on and hold it up to my face so I can see what I'm doing. Now, before I actually try to slip this on, you notice it's kind of rounded right there. So that means that this part of the railing should be kind of rounded as well. So I'm thinking I'm going to take my drill bit here and just see if I can't sort of eyeball it here. The bend would start probably, see if I got this in the right spot. Okay, the bend would start about 2/3 of the way. Start about right there, I guess. Okay, I'm going to see what I can do here. Okay, here we go. First try. Gotta spread this apart. I got that bend pretty good. That's pretty lucky. Now, of course, I realize that the up and down is wrong. Okay, I think this is going to work. What I'll do now is I'll turn it on its side like this, and I will try to get it out just right. Whoops. Gotta bring it back here somehow. I'll get it. Now I know it's very hard to see from that far back, but I've got the rail, the bottom rail, on this side in the exact right place. Now on the other side it's not, but I think what I'm going to do, I think the friction point is right there, just where I'm about to touch. And I want to be really careful here, and just let it wick its way along. Okay, I'm not going to try to put any more on. I'm going to let that cure. Then it's not going to fall off when I flip it over and fix the other side. Now I can see where I've scraped a little bit here. Now this shouldn't come off. Trying to get it up here. Okay, maybe what I'll do is keep misplacing my tools. Oh. Now, I know that back out here it's in the wrong place, but right there it's in the right place. So, here. Okay, let's just adhere it right there. All right. And then we'll fix this end later. Okay, my plan now is that when I pull this down, hopefully it's going to sort of pivot right there. But I got a feeling maybe we've got too much glue there. Let's just see what's going to happen. Well, there is going to be a bit of a bend. What can I use to, maybe I'll get my specialty tool again, just sort of hook it in. Just bear with me while I rig that up. Okay. I believe it's touching here. Oh, it almost came out on me. Okay, and okay, let's just let that cure. I know it doesn't look like very much, but it'll hold it. Now I wonder, can I bend this down just a little right here before I glue it? I almost have to be holding it from the other side. I think that's better. This needle that you see here, I realize it's getting a little bit clogged up with solidified CA, but it's kind of like a fountain pen. Now, right here, on this end here, I wonder if I could just bend that up just very, very slightly. Oh, maybe I'm best leaving well enough alone here. Okay, I think this side is about as good as we can get it. Okay, now we'll do the other side the same way. Okay, once that cures, it's not coming off. It might bend, but it won't come off. Now, speaking of not coming off, I tried to remove my pin just now, and it's stuck on there, so I gotta try and pry it out of there without bending anything. I need something just a little bit smaller. Oh, there we go. Got it. There's a little bit of a thing there from the pin, but you won't see that. I mean, you're looking at the through the macro lens, so. Now, let's assume that the ship was in its case, and you had your nose right up against the glass, and you were making greasy smudges all over it. You might be able to view it about as good as you are right now. Oh, why is this not going on there? Oh, I don't want to bend anything. I'm going to have to reposition myself here. Okay, we got it. Maybe a little bit of tweaking on the railing, but for the most part, it looks not too bad. It's quite realistic. Now, I think if we're smart, we'll leave it folded in against the side of the ship, and then we'll pull it out afterwards. That should be good. When I was bending the railing around this little walkout bridge here, I was noticing that if it was just a little bit narrower here at the end, it would fit maybe a little tighter. And I was just noticing now that my photo etch bender is approximately 9/1000ths of an inch narrower than this railing is. And I'm just going to do an experiment here. I've got a little piece here that I'm probably never going to use. As I keep mentioning, I sure don't want to be wasting this stuff. But I'm just going to try it and see if whoops. Well, I think you get the idea. Oh, and never mind about this Band-Aid on my finger, okay? All I'm going to say about that is my finger was too close to the blade, and it wasn't the blade you're thinking of. Okay, let's see how that's going to fit. Kind of bent it a bit getting it off, but I think we should be able to see here. We'll put the macro lens on. Well, I think it probably can be made to do. Yeah, I think we can make that do. I'm going to give it a try anyway. No, I'm not going to video this one being done. I'm just going to go ahead and do it and get it over with, and I'll be doing it so similar to the one I did, before. So Now when I'm looking at it up close like this, I can see that I'm going to have to straighten up the railing just a little bit here and there. And I'm definitely going to have to take my little paintbrush and do a little bit of touch-up with the primer. Cover up the CA glue and make it just look a little bit better. But that's going to have to wait until tomorrow. Reason being is I have something important that I have to do this afternoon. So even though I do have more time and I could have probably a 30-minute video here if I wanted to, I've got to cut her off. So we'll see you tomorrow. All being well. Thanks for watching.